Hey there, this is Denny with Seattle Pottery Supply, and today we're talking about our 18-inch home pottery kiln. Why do we call it our home pottery kiln? Well, there's a number of reasons. The first reason is a kiln of this size runs around 22 amps, and what that means is that it needs a 30 amp breaker, and that is usually what a dryer in a typical home is running. It'll have a plug that looks like this, a receptacle. This is a 1030. So if you have a dryer that has this, you likely already have what you need standard in your home to run a kiln of this size. The benefit of that is you don't have to monkey around calling an electrician to come out and put in bigger, stronger wires, and you can just kind of plug and play, which is the first part of why it's our home pottery kiln. The second reason that we recommend this for a home potter is the size. This model is a 184, and what that means is that the interior dimension is 18 inches. From the inside of this brick to this brick, that's 18 inches across. To give you an idea, our next smallest kiln is the 122, which is 12 inches, which is about right there. So you lose a lot of space moving down for the test kiln. This one gets you a lot more area to fill up with your wares. The other part of the 184 is that it's 18 inches tall, which is a lot of space for you to work at. An 18-inch tall piece, pretty tall piece in my opinion. And what I think for a home kiln is when you're loading your kiln, your heaviest work is going to go to the bottom, and a kiln of this size lets you do this with your knees and not have to arch over with your back. So that's kind of my main selling point for my lower back stance, is to have a kiln that is short enough that I can load it up and not have to worry about back problems down the line. The other benefit of it being 18 by 18 is that you can fill it up with a whole bunch of work, but it's not so much work that it's going to feel like a chore. Whereas if you get one of the larger sized kilns, you will be spending more time filling it up with your ware. So with a kiln of this size, you have a large enough kiln to get a good batch size, but small enough that if you want to change something, you're not waiting for weeks to see how that's going to resolve. The other part about this being an 18-inch kiln is that it's a lot easier to kind of move as one person. You can see the lid comes down one hand pretty easy. The other part, if you do need to move it, it comes apart modularly that one person can handle, again, not ruining their lower back. You can take the lid off, you can separate these, the kiln rings by these kiln connectors here, and we have a whole video on how to move a kiln by yourself that you can check out as well. For this particular kiln, this one's shown on our optional rolling stand, which makes it even easier to move around once you have it set up. You can just click these, move this kiln to where it needs to go. Obviously, you want to do this when it's not firing and it's cooled down. Then you just kind of lock it into place, set it up, and have it good to go. If you don't want that, each of these kilns comes standard with just our regular kiln stand. That just goes down, build the kiln on top of it, and that lives there wherever it needs to. What also comes standard on all of these kilns is our digital controllers. And the digital controllers just make firing easy. With a couple of buttons, you just hit a couple things and it does the firing for you. We also have a video that goes way more in depth on how that works. What comes standard is this board. We also offer a touchscreen board that is Wi-Fi capable. If you don't need that, this regular board works perfectly, but that one is also nice to be able to check on the status of your kiln from afar without having to physically look at it specifically. I find it's very helpful for checking to see, hey, this one's at 500 degrees. I know that I can wait a bit before I have to go unload it. So that's the 184 in a nutshell. Let us know if you have any questions.